Are you interested in knowing what the prices are doing, what the prices in 2023 have done, and also where the interest rates are going? Well, listen no more. This is Eric Hatch, Century 21. I'm happy to share the new market update with you today to kind of go through kind of what's been happening. There's 1 month left of the 2023 numbers, putting them all together, of kind of sharing what appreciation and what has gone up with the pricing. But I want to share something that I felt that it's just to educate everyone in regards to home prices, is that you can see that the narrative we must combat is the percentage of Americans who think the prices will go down in the next 12 months. So I've been sharing the slide, for different market updates and sharing this with you from back in January of 2023. 37% of people thought the prices were just going to completely crash. And you can see it's kind of flattened out now that we have some of these, the last quarter of October, November, December of last year, to kind of see where still people think, which is really kind of a large number, where it still feels that 1 out of 4 still believe that the prices are going to depreciate. And during the whole entire 2023, they felt the same way. Yes, the numbers have come down a little bit, but still 1 out of 4 people still feel the prices are going to continue to go down and go down and go down. So let me share that with you of kind of some statistics. Some of them are national numbers, some of them are more geographically placed, and I'm going to share even some local numbers with us today. So current home prices appreciation. So people on Case-Shiller, and I love getting all this information from these graphs and people to educate us on kind of where things are going. They like to take a look at a 49-year average of kind of where the average. Now, yes, when people ask me, hey, Eric, should I sell my house in spring? Well, look, you can kind of see that in April, May, June, that appreciates, by a percentage or so of prices. So yes, in the springtime is where a lot of sellers would place their homes on the market and get a little bit more money for their home, but it's still a great time to sell no matter what type of season it is. So when you look at this 49-year average and we drop in 2023, let's see kind of where we were at here. And you can see we had a little bit of depreciation here, but you can see that we were higher almost in every single month from the national, or from the 49-year average of where percentages were. We only have November here, don't have the December number yet, but it's probably going to be really close and similar to this. That doesn't mean the prices are continuing to go down. This is just seasonality of where we're at. But you can see though here that when you look at the appreciation of percentage of change in home value seasonally adjusted, it's great. You can see that we've had a great run right there. And so FHFA prices month to month over on home values, seasonally adjusted. This is the numbers that they came up with. So if you look at the percentage, get one more slide here, percentage of what their values are, and you got Case-Shiller, and you can see, put them all together. Where did the prices go in the appreciation? Do I see a lot of red here? I don't see a lot of red. I see a lot of appreciation, that we had some good appreciation for the year. And I'm going to show you that number in just a moment. First, this quote: November's year-over-year gain saw the largest growth in U.S. home prices in 2023, with our national composite rising 5.1%. So we don't quite have December in. So right now, as of November numbers, we had an appreciation all across the country at an average of about 5.1%. That's pretty awesome, because that's actually going back to a normal market, is where we really need to be beyond the pandemic. And so it talks about house prices rose 6.6 from November 22 to November 2023. So that is some great numbers. And they feel that with the December numbers coming in, that we're going to be somewhere around the 6% appreciation, which is a great appreciation, a great number for home prices. So those people who might think, wow, the West Coast is they're getting hammered by the percentages, and they're like the prices are going down. So I like to look at this right here of the top 20 local cities and stuff here. Yes, maybe Portland are they dying here at 0.7 percent of a decrease? No. San Francisco, you think hear all the news of what's happening there, 2%. San Diego, that is I hear that San Diego is one of the most expensive places for real estate to live. They had an 8% increase last year. That's crazy. So you can see some other towns and things around the country of where people are, on that. Miami 7.2, New York 7.4, which everybody was thinking that the New York prices were going to be dropping, pretty heavy. So, you can look at this, that the percentages all the way across the board, we had a nice, 5 to 6% increase in 2023. So for all those people that sat on the fence of trying to buy a home, and said, you know what, interest rates are a little bit higher. I'm just going to sit back and just kind of wait for the interest rates to come down, which they did, which we're going to talk about that here shortly. But at the same time, did you or the people that did not purchase lose that 6% potential of that appreciation? And the people that ended up purchasing a property, congratulations, because then you had about an average, about a 6% increase on the value of your home in 2023. So let's talk about kind of where things are going from home values right here when it comes into seasonally adjusted. Let me get one more slide on that. And you can see here on the national average, and I like this for the percentage of from the 1980s and the seasonally adjusted. And I've shared this before, but the kind of the 43-year average of appreciation is about 4.86%. So you can see that, yeah, we had this really big down year, had this crazy unicorn years of the pandemic, but now we're back to an average. And you can see that it'll be real interesting to see what happens in 2024. And I'm going to share some statistics of what they feel that it's going to be, but you might see this percentage of going up as what they're predicting that the appreciation is going to go up. So everybody who felt that the prices were going to go down, the one of four of you that felt that it was going to, where are the numbers? So they're not showing that they're going down. Now, of course, if there's going to be some other crazy other things in the economy and things that happen in change and wars and things of that nature, yeah, maybe there could be a little bit of a dip. But right now the numbers are showing that we had a strong 2023, and they're showing predicting that we're going to have a great appreciation for 2024. So let's take a look at that here. So you can see, home price appreciation seasonally, as you can see, the 10 years and then 1 year about 7%. So we had some crazy years. So future home price appreciation. This is some numbers that have come in. Now, Realtor.com, when they actually promoted or put their numbers out was back in November. They actually report a little bit later and a little bit longer time frames there. So when you put all the average of 8 people from Zillow to Fannie Mae to Freddie Mac and NAR, National Association of Realtors, you can see that there's going to be a potential of 2024 of a potential of 2.7% increase in prices. So you can see this, and I love the next graph right here, that the original forecast back in November, and this is when Realtor.com came up with theirs as well, that they were forecasting that they were going to be at maybe 1.9, 1.1, Zillow 0.02, 2.8. But look at their new forecast right here, their current forecast here this month, that this is a huge jump. These people now, Goldman Sachs says, well, we thought maybe the appreciation would be 1.9, but now they just jumped to 5. Zillow came back and said, maybe we changed our minds now by looking at the numbers and statistics of what's happening throughout the country. We're feeling that it's going to be 3.5, a 3.2. So this is going to be interesting to see what transpires. Yes, when our projections, and I'm going to talk about the interest rate shortly, but when interest rates are kind of moving and they were kind of projecting to go down, this is now what they're discussing where their forecasts are. So guys, I'm just sharing information. I'm sharing some information and statistics by very smart people, what they're feeling that it is. So it's for me to go out and educate you guys, to share and kind of tell you kind of what direction that they are feeling and to have more positive. There's so much negative news out there right now in life, but so let's talk positive. So mortgage rates. I mean, for 6 to 8 weeks, mortgage rates were going down and down and down. And then the Fed comes out and chats for a few minutes and kind of not possibly delays what the whole country was hoping that was going to happen with some more reduction of rates, and the rates started going back up. So they are currently, as I'm filming this, in about mid-February, they're around the 6.9, FHA 6.6. So somewhere in the high sixes is where that you can do. And there's also buy downs and different things that we can do as buyers and getting some credits for buying down your interest rate and things that we can chat about too. But we have Fannie Mae. Doug Duncan recently said, we anticipate that after the past several years of extreme volatility in the interest rates, the 30-year fixed rate mortgage rate will continue to moderate over the course of 2024, moving toward a rate below 6% by year end. That would be amazing. Some of us feel, and some other people that we feel, is that it probably might happen before the year end. But let's just go with them, that even if we get to that point, that would be awesome to get to that location. So you look at this right here in December in 2023, that Fannie Mae projected that interest rates in the quarter number 1 would be about 7, 6.8, third quarter 6.6, fourth quarter 6.5, and now they've actually changed. Instead of January 2024, they announced recently that maybe the first quarter should be 6.4, which is kind of about where we're at right there. Second quarter 6.2, 6%, and then 5.8 in the fourth quarter. We're hoping, and we feel, and I feel as well, that that 5.8 is going to be much more reachable, somewhere maybe closer to the third quarter is what we're kind of feeling that would be. But here's Fannie Mae showing 5.8%. I will tell you right now, when these interest rates get anywhere near 5.8, the market's going to go absolutely crazy. We have low inventory. It will go back to a massive bidding wars is what's going to probably happen again. And those people are sitting on the fence today, and they try to go into that buying of homes in that third or fourth quarter. They're going to be paying more money for a house, and then it's going to really offset. Oh, great, we got a lower interest rate, but you're going to be paying $15,000 to $20,000, $25,000 more for a home. And so kind of have to look at that and then strategize what type of program and what kind of plan that you want to have if you're looking for a buyer. For sellers who might be sitting on the fence, there's a lot of them who have a 2.5% to 3% interest rate on their home. And I'm not going to move because I don't want to go because the interest rates are 7. And if I have to go into a 7% mortgage, but when they get down closer to that 5% range as well, you're going to see a lot more sellers release their inventory and say, I can move now. It's financially makes sense. They're going to make that move, and that will kind of offset there. So the projected mortgage rates, it's kind of fun to see, but I'm feeling that, that we're looking that this will be amazing. It'll be amazing to get to this location. Now, are we ever going to get to 2.5 and 3%? I don't feel so. They don't feel like we're ever going to get back to that as well. This is a normal interest rate. This is way lower than I was with somebody that I was about to put her house in the market, and she was paying 17% and 19% on her houses, in the years past. So guys, 6% to 5.8, even 7% interest rate right now is great. And there's some really good deals. I've never seen so many more awesome deals when it comes to some fixers and some remodel homes right now than I have in a long time. So there are some sellers out there that have owned their homes for quite some time that are putting their homes on the market at very attractive prices. So when you want to look at this, I know we looked at some national numbers, but when you dive down into Nevada County, you can see that, and I've got all these graphs. You guys can come to my website. You can subscribe to some things because I can get it all the way down to a town, and every 7 days is what I can get it down to about what the market's doing. But I thought this is great. Home sales up 31.6% year to date. Right there in Nevada County. I can tell you right now that there's multiple buyers out there, multiple bids happening on different houses that are happening at the moment. So you can look at the, that's Placer County. Whoops. And that was Nevada County. Placer County is 13%. Average days on market, you can see that the inventory is about 3 months, which is very healthy to have, a supply of 3 months there. You can go all the way into even Auburn. Check out this right here on this needle. I love the statistic because this needle, every 7 days, this needle moves. But look at this last month. That needle was right here last month, just 30 days ago, and now it's popped closer to a seller's, or more even to the seller's market. And it has all these statistics of what basically transpires, median prices, and every single one of these little dots is 7 days. You can kind of track it and watch it. You guys are very welcome to subscribe to my channel. I can send you actually down to your city, down to your town, basically what's happening, so you guys can kind of watch what's going on in your neighborhood. So guys, please subscribe to my channels. Happy to help and assist in your endeavors of buying and selling real estate. Been selling real estate. It's my 30th year. I can't believe it. Makes me feel a little bit old, but I've sold thousands of homes. I help build the plans for buyers and sellers to be able to achieve what the American dream is. And that is to own a home, have your own keys, paint your walls what color that you want to paint them, and to be able to build your financial freedom. So guys, thank you so much for listening this month. If you have any questions, please subscribe to my channels, and we'll talk soon. Take care.